in case you don't know me, I'm a professional Nuzlocker. I'm one of the few people who has Nuzlocked Aaron Kaizo with hardcore Nuzlocke rules. I've been Nuzlocking for years now. I've done countless Nuzlocks. Fucking, I have thousands of hours of experience. Whatever. Let's just continue. So, in case you can't tell from the title, I am reacting to Jaiden Animation's Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. Platinum is probably my favorite vanilla game of all the series, but like I would say Gen 5 is probably better. Whatever. Platinum was just a game I loved a lot as a kid. So, anyways, oh Ruby. Platinum's one of the hardest vanilla games to Nuzlocke. Yeah, if you don't know these rules already, I guess that's your problem. I'm just gonna be talking over real quick. So, Platinum's probably one of yeah, it's definitely one of the hardest vanilla games in the series. I'm assuming she's pretty good at Pokemon from what I heard, but like to be able to Nuzlocke Platinum still is kind of a task for your average person, really. Yeah, I didn't really like Barry. Dude's insane. Pretty is insane. Jesus Christ. I don't think that's the Rowan actually said, but okay. I still don't know why you just offered them Pokemon right there. Like, starters are so rare. Oh, Turtwig. Okay, interesting. So, all the starters in Sinnoh are really good in Nuzlocke. However, if we're gonna nitpick, then I guess Turtwig is technically the weakest of them, but it's not that much of a problem. Turtwig's still really good. I would say like Turtwig is if I had to make a tier list for Pokemon based on Nuzlocke viability, I'd say like Turtwig is probably or Torterra whatever is like in the middle of A tier, and Polygon's like in the is like in the upper mid like top 60%, and then Infernape's like top 70%, you know. And so like Empoleon's like slightly better than Torterra, and Infernape is slightly better than Empoleon. So yeah, that's a common mistake a lot of people do. Not counting for crits. Yeah, just check your balls like early if you have to. Really, it doesn't matter really. You don't need to weaken it that much, especially this early in the game. There's a reason in the tutorials where they just like they always only use like one tackle or 1 pound or something, and then they check the ball. There's a reason for it. Ooh, stab, crit, quick attack. uh, I don't think that Starly has intimidate, right? That could have been super bad. Great encounter. You get Crobat very early. Um, really fast, strong attack. Nothing else to say really. This is also a really great encounter. I'm glad that she actually remembered to get the old rod to get the Magikarp early because Gyarados is available in pretty much almost every Pokemon game, and it's super good in most of them, and it's still fine in the other ones like Gen 1, 2, and 3. It has the access to Intimidate, which is like one of the best Nuzlocke abilities to have ever. Like, super good. Uh, I don't. Yeah, the Chimchar doesn't know Ember, but I don't. Okay, whatever, good stuff, I guess. It's not that. Yeah, the Cranidos is not actually that hard. Like, you really. This gym is pretty free. In all honesty, like you shouldn't really worry about it, especially the Cranidos. Like a lot of people are nervous about it. It really it's fine. You don't have to be. Honestly, Gastrodon is like really good. Um, there's like a lot of water types that are really good in Nuzlocke. You have access to so many of them, especially in Platinum, and overall, I'd say that's why I don't usually pick the water starter in my Nuzlocke because there's just so many good ones that you can get later on in the journey, and water typing is just one of the best about one of the best typings you can get in Nuzlocke anyway. So like, there's no downside to it at all. I don't even know if I'm recording. Oh yeah, I'm okay. Anyways, okay, so this is my opinion. I agree that Shinx is not that great. Even Luxray. Yeah, it's a physical electric type, so like you're gonna have to use Thunder Fang, and it's just not gonna do much damage. It's also surprisingly slow. The one redeeming factor really is that it has Intimidate, but besides that, it's not really great. Let's just continue. This is a tough fight. Excuse me, I'm gonna do something real quick. Yeah, so I just noticed the volume's a bit low on my desktop. Let me turn that up for you guys real quick. That's probably good. Let's continue. So this fight is like it's definitely a run killer or Nuzlocke. Dealing with Perugly is just a pain at this point in the game. I guess if you did pick Chimchar, having Mach Punch is pretty nice on it. So Onyx is pretty fucking bad, but like if you are playing with trade evolutions or like you have the version where you don't have to trade to evolve them, then waiting until you get the metal code from Iron Island and getting Steelix is super worth it because Steelix is amazing. It has like, first of all, steel typing is just nice to have. It has Earthquake as well, and the defense and HP stat is just off the charts on him. He's got really good attack as well. So like overall, Steelix is really good in that songs. So yeah, she is playing with the regular Nuzlocke rule set, which is perfectly fine. So this is a really good strat actually, just like having someone bulky like take the hits while healing a Pokemon. She's probably done a few Nuzlocks in her past experience. Oh my god. Oh, what the hell? You have a Starly in your back? Level that up. Level it up, please. Staraptor's pretty fucking good. That's funny. Ooh. Ronzong's nice to have. Yeah, that fight's pretty easy. So like, new Platinum really is, the first two gym battles are pretty easy, but then the third one is like, Fantina is like super hard. Yeah, this fight's pretty hard as well. Stab, Night Slash, and just the fact that it has a high crit ratio is just, it's so hard to deal with this early in the game.
But I mean, that won't do. Oh, ah, let's just hit it. Don't crit him.
It survives crit here, doesn't it?
No. Oh
Yeah, it
my
does.
god. We finally were able to beat her, but that fight really knocked the wind out of me. I was shaking on my way back to the Pokemon Center when this lady Cynthia shows up and is like,
There's a
"Hey,
Togepi.
yeah." Anyway, even meeting Cynthia wasn't enough to calm my nerves, so to keep my mind off the absolute tragedy we narrowly avoided, I decided to start training up Big Boy on Cycling Road. And then he died. I've practiced this game and
That sucks.
so before you push up your anime glasses and tell me that steel is weak to fire, which I know by the way,
What, did it
the
have heat
reason I
proof or
kept Big
something?
Boy in was because not only is his defense an iron wall, but he had heat proof, which negates
Yeah,
his
okay, there
fire
it is.
weakness. But then he got crit. So, first step.
Oh
Instead
yeah,
of
you're
Big
still
Boy,
gonna take a
Big Boy
stab
has
flame
the
wheel.
opportunity to
Crit.
become a big boy. I walked into Wayward Cave and found a Gibble. Gibble
Ooh.
is an amazing Pokemon.
Oh my
Turns out
god.
Garchomp, which is
That's
easily
super
one of,
good.
if
She's
not
like
the strongest Pokemon in the
having
game,
having a
isn't
Gibble is like gonna be
legendary. Adding it
super
to the
good.
team would give us such a huge advantage.
I don't like how she's foreshadowing this. I feel like it's gonna die or something.
And now there is nothing in my way between that
I see.
and we're moving on. We arrived in Heart Home City where I caught DeVito the
Well, I guess the run will be like a bit less entertaining. It'd be too easy if she had to guard jump, so it's
Malts,
whatever.
Kronk, and Puppy evolved. We had a clean win against Fantina, and some lady gave us an Eevee. I named
Oh, that's interesting actually, cause oh wait, no, okay. I guess like I've seen a lot of my friends or like people I've seen who Nuzlocke Fantina with hardcore Nuzlocke rules like tend to struggle. Um, but I could definitely see how you could beat her with items and switch mode on. But like with hardcore Nuzlocke rules, I remember just like it's just super hard dealing with that Miss Madagius. But yeah, having Golbat bite and Gyarados bite is pretty damn good, I guess, for that battle.
Milk. Things were starting to look better now. I was leveling up DeVito against trainers, and when fighting this lovey
I haven't gone over the encounters, but like Curlia is also like Gardevoir is just one of the best psychic types you could get in Nuzlocke. Eevee is also really good because Vaporeon and Jolteon are also super good in Nuzlocke.
couple. Let's go into Puppy.
Oh Okay, so she's foreshadowing another death. Uh oh, I think the Buizel has pursuit.
Get rid of the Weasel.
Yeah,
Oh no!
I see. That's how it died. Yeah.
You're kidding. You're kidding. And that's why I hate love. In came Shrimp the Scyther I caught on Route 210.
Ooh. Scyther. That's very interesting because Scizor is one of the best Pokemon you can actually get in this
Route
Lux.
213, I finally found a Shellos. I named it Scoop. And some good news, on Route 213, I finally found a Shellos.
Jaiden Pog. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. So Shellos. Yeah, you got the Gastrodon.
I loved it so much. I know you're not supposed to have a favorite
Gastrodon's
child,
really
but Swoop is
good.
my
Like, it's one of those really good water types you can get. There's also Vaporeon. There's also Quagsire. There's Floatzel. Gyarados, which she already has as well. Like, there's so many like strong ass water types you can get in Platinum.
favorite child, and I wasn't apologetic about it. I trained it up, and now we got a Gastrodon. Turt ended up evolving too, so together with Kronk and Swoop, Maylene was defeated, and badge number 4 was secured. Outside of Pastoria City, I caught a Quagsire.
Speaking of Quagsire,
when I went to get my Great Marsh encounter, I was trying to get a Yanma and accidentally threw a ball at a Wooper.
oh,
So now we've got Lol and Oops in the box. Then I swept Crasher Wake with Milk.
I guess that could be like your water type
Thunder
substitute
I
for. Huh? Huh? What? Okay.
literally next door. I walked out of the gym and
I don't know how she's thundering a Quagsire.
grunt who detonated it and took him out because he is weak. Cynthia appears again and tells me to bring a charm to her grandma. So I'm like, yes, ma'am. We found her in Celestial Town along with Cyrus, the leader of Team Galactic, who starts some evil Shakespeare speech about how
Yes, I never really understood Cyrus.
the world or something. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. And then he wanted to fight. Puppy took out his Sneasel and I sent out Milk to take care of his Golbat. But Milk decided he wanted to be lazy and not only miss all his thunders, but also punch himself in the face.
So yeah, Thunder is not really that consistent of a move. But
You
also, oh my
can't.
god,
You
that's so
can't
close to
be
that.
doing this. Kronk came out and
So right after this, she does get Surf, which means you can get Thunderbolt from surfing behind the Valley Windworks. However, if you want to get earlier, you can also just get it from the game corner in Veilstone. If you don't want to gamble, then what you can do is you can also just go to the route under Hard Home City, where there's like the mansion, whatever. Beat up the rich kid multiple times, just buy a ton of coins from the game store doing that, and then you can use those coins to buy the TM Thunderball as well. So, in case you guys wanted to know, there you go. So you don't have to just get Thunder, and using Thunder is just not really
killed the
consistent.
Golbat because Milk was being difficult, but I gave him a second chance and he took out the Murkrow. Anyway, here's your Dusty Charm. I went out and caught a Magnemite named C, then arrived in Canada.
That's a really good encounter. Yeah, Magnezone's also one of the best Pokemon you can get in Nuzlocke. So
Lave City,
really
where we
great.
barged into Byron's gym and demolished his team with Swoop and Turd. Then Team Galactic sets off another bomb, this time at Lake Valor. So Barry, Professor Rowan's assistant Lucas, and I split up to check on the lakes. As I'm strolling past all the flopping Magikarp, I run into Galactic Commander Saturn, who we swept the floor with. After that, we headed
Oh, she got a Scizor.
over to Lake Verity, where we did the exact same with Mars. There was a part where Turt got crit and almost died. Oh god. Oh
Ooh,
god.
crit
But
slab
we're fine, he's
slash
fine.
crit.
Finally, we had to go check up on Barry at Lake Acuity, and after trekking through 6 feet of snow for like a mile, we get there to find Barry at the top of a cliff like, ha ha ha, you can't climb rocks. Come back when you can climb rocks, loser.
Is that what he actually said?
I'll go fight Candace's gym now, I guess. Now, we've been having some good type matchups with the past few gyms, so I haven't really been nervous about most of them. But Candace uses ice types, which, like, half my team
Yeah, I don't see how Scizor has trouble with Piloswine. Okay.
is weak against. Which, you know,
Ice typing is usually like not that much of a problem. The Frostless does have Snow Cloak, which could be a problem. Besides that, like ice typing is pretty frail. You shouldn't really struggle with it that much, really.
nervousness
Right.
rising. Not only was I at a massive type disadvantage,
Yeah. Why is the Scizor afraid?
but the main threats on her team were her Abomasnow because it hits like a truck and sets up hail, and her Frostlass because it'll
She has like a Magnemite, right? You should just use Magnezone.
use the hail from the Abomasnow to heighten its evasiveness with Snow Cloak.
Unless she just doesn't want
Bam,
to train
double
it up.
teams, and then just sweep my team. I walked in, took a deep breath, which didn't make me feel better at all, and started the battle. Shrimp took out her Sneasel, and Swoop took out her Piloswine, almost dying in the process. And then she finally brought out the big bad Abomasnow. Since it's grass ice type, I taught Puppy Fire Blast. Yeah, I didn't know we could. Anyway, I wasn't sure it could one shot because
I mean, it's
Puppy's
quad
not
weak.
a special
You never
attacker,
know.
and lo and behold, it didn't.
Ah.
It didn't miss.
It should be close, right?
Please kill it. Please, it's quad. It's quad.
Oh my god, that
Eventually,
was
Puppy took
really
it out,
close.
but that was absolutely terrifying. Last but not least, Frostlass. I wanted to have Swoop Rain Dance to get rid of the hail so Frostlass's
That's not a
Snow
bad
Cloak
idea.
isn't activated, but since Swoop was sitting at a not-so-chill 20 HP, that wasn't gonna work out super great. However, since I didn't want Kronk to be in this fight at all, right before the fight, I swapped her with Failure the Shinx.
Oh.
Yep. Sorry, little guy. Failure looked up at the looming death that was Frostlass in front of her, and as I healed up Swoop, Failure was killed in its blizzard. It's really unfortunate.
I
we
guess
had to
that's a
resort to it,
switch using switch mode to get Shinx in to sack it and then healing Gastron, A good thing, the good part about being a Nuzlocker is just knowing when you have to sack Mon, so
I give
credits to
Failure
her.
a salute for stepping up and surrendering its life to the
Especially
team.
since
Swoop
Shinx
came
slash
out,
Luxray is
got
not
off
that
the
great.
rain dance, and after a close battle, was able to pull through. We won, but it wasn't without sacrifice. We had a moment of silence for Failure, the true MVP of the fight. Gone, but not forgotten. Now we could climb the rocks to Lake Acuity, and when we got up there, Barry's got snot dripping down his face, crying in the snow because he got beat up by Jupiter, who looks at me and is like, "See ya, I'm going to Veilstone HQ."
Barry, you can't be losing like that, man. Come on.
Um, I'm gonna go to Veilstone. We start running through the base trying to find Cyrus, but when fighting this scientist,
Psychic. Porygon 2 freaks me out. It is way too powerful, way too bulky,
Oh yeah, Porygon's
and
really
it's
good.
way too weird.
Hey, wait. You're staying in? That psychic crit could definitely. That's okay. That's why she's showing the clip.
I do like Porygon
I'm
2
nearly
though.
certain this is gonna be psychic crit right
I like
here.
the plush of Porygon 2. Very cute.
Yeah, that's crit.
What? 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 No! No! Swoop!
Just switch to Scizor next time.
We lost Swoop!
I wasn't okay. Kurt came out and curb stomped the Porygon 2 out
That
of
works too.
vengeance, but to put it lightly,
I'm not sure that
I wasn't taking
that was
that too
that might have
well.
been risky because I'm not sure if that Porygon had Signal Beam or like Ice Beam. Who knows?
My heart is
It had a timid nature too. Oh, that's pretty good
breaking.
for a special attacker.
I'm like actually sad.
But life doesn't stop when your dog dies, so I had to keep
Oh, but she
trucking and
did give
brought
it
Lol the
Earthquake.
Quagsire to the team. With
Oh.
an intense, blood-curdling thirst for revenge, I stormed into Cyrus's
It's a
room.
substitute. Oh.
Fight! Shrimp and Milk took out his team in no time. I snatched his Master Ball and used his teleport pad to enter the basement where Mesprit, Azelf, and Uxie are all being held.
What was her encounter in the route behind Snowpoint City? Because you can actually get like there's like a hidden Razor Claw in Cyrus's room, and then you could level, and then you can use that to like evolve Sneasel into Weavile. So
Captive.
that's what I'm
Fight!
kind of interested
Unlike
in.
Cyrus, Saturn was swept too. After releasing the Lake Guardians, we head to Mount Coronet because Cyrus wants to go there and destroy the planet, I think. And we catch up to him at the Spear Pillar. Before we can run up and attack him, Mars and Jupiter step in. Then Barry arrives. Honestly, I have no idea how he found us all here.
I
But he's
honestly have no idea
I'll
too.
help. Lol takes out both the Bronzors, Mars's Purugly, and Barry's Munchlax. So I thought,
Barry's
you know, it was all smooth sailing, right?
Oh, that's funny.
Well,
Oh shit. Yeah, these Golbats have Giga Drain, by the way. uh,
Wow, Barry. Really doing a lot for the team, aren't ya? Oh my god, no, it
yeah.
has Giga Drain?
I just like once she shows these clips, I know something's gonna die, so I'm just trying to see how it's gonna die, and I just
Oh. No,
yeah,
oh no,
that
oh
sucks.
no. It was a crit!
not only did I not know their Golbat had Giga Drain for some reason, but it also got a crit. So I was starting to feel bad. But then I started panicking. The thing is, after you fight Mars and Jupiter, you have to go into the Distortion World and fight Cyrus and Giratina. If Cynthia forces us into the Distortion World without us
She
being
doesn't.
able to get a new member, we're in massive trouble. We finished up the battle and Cyrus starts his whole spiel about how the world is imperfect, blah blah blah, everything must die except for me. Then he gets swallowed up by Giratina, a hole opens, blah
Cyrus's
blah, everything
face. Oh
must
my
die except for
god.
me. Then he gets swallowed
His
up by
animation's super
Giratina,
good.
a hole opens, a rip in space leading to the Distortion World, and I'm kinda just standing off to the side twiddling my thumbs like, Cynthia, please don't shove me in there without my consent.
She won't. Don't worry.
Cynthia, can I go? I have something to do. Our world will be destroyed. Are you ready? No, I'm not. Let me go. I'm free. Holy crap. Get me out of here. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, lol. We just got you, and then you died. But luckily, remember when I accidentally caught that Wooper while
Oh
trying
yeah,
to
she
get
has another one.
Yarma? It's time, Oops. You are no accident. You're our lucky star who will carry us to victory. We got Oops leveled up, came back to the Spear Pillar where Cynthia was just sitting there waiting for us, and
Those
hopped in.
puffins.
Everything is topsy-turvy
Reading.
and the Lake Guardians are telling me to push boulders into holes. And suddenly I'm on a floating crest of land with Cynthia, who's basically like, Cyrus, get lost and never come back. And Cyrus didn't like that. So he came at me. Oops took out his Houndoom and his Gyarados came out, so I switched to Milk. But I was very terrified because Cyrus's Gyarados has Earthquake. So if Milk misses his Thunder here, he dies.
Yeah, like I said, just surf behind Valley Windworks to get your T-Bolt. Um, yeah, Thunder's just not that reliable. Let's
And
see
Milk
how
is
this turns out.
notorious for missing his Thunders. But it hit. Milk lives
Okay.
another day. He also took out Cyrus's Crobat and Haunch Crow, and Shrimp
Stuff.
finished up his Weavile. Cyrus steps aside, and suddenly it's just me and the Angel of Darkness itself, Giratina.
Just check your Master Ball. Ay, 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 what's this? Does she lose something to the Giratina? Oh, what the? Okay, this is weird. Oh, okay then. I'm not sure what that's
I threw
supposed
the
to
Master
be.
Ball, and like that, it was over. Hit Sunny Shore City and started making my way through Volkner's gym. I know he's
Whatever's
the 8th
sleeping
gym
there.
leader and he's supposed to be tough, and apparently he's
Yeah,
depressed because everyone
he's
who's
kind of a
telling him gym
pushover.
isn't good enough and he's bored. But I wasn't concerned. We have Oops, and none of his Pokemon can do anything about it. It's not like they have Giga Drain or anything, right?
They don't.
They didn't, I checked. Oops was just Earthquake and everything, and at the end, I'll admit, I got a bit scared.
Okay, don't crit.
Oh, Giga Impact.
If you
That.
crit Giga
Oh, that.
Impact,
Oh, it's
that
gonna
would
die
be
to crit,
really
isn't it? Oh, it didn't crit.
Holy.
Okay,
But it's
she's
all
good.
good. We're all good. And with that, off to Victory Road we went.
I was
Where we
expecting
caught
it to die
ourselves
there.
a Gabite I named Flakes.
Oh, there you go. Got your
Would
guard
have
jump.
been nice to have one, I don't know, near the beginning of the game, say, in Wayward Cave, you know. But whatever. Better late than never. It's good to have just in case something goes horribly wrong out of nowhere.
Oh. Oh, that's
Freaking
gonna
basics.
crit, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It's an amazing. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, it's a crit.
No! You're kidding.
That kind of sucks. Gyarados is super good.
Oh dear. And that's
And
the
really,
straw that broke the camel's
like,
back.
literally, Gyarados can single-handedly take on Flint, and then it does really well against Cynthia as well.
After Puppy died, I stepped back and decided the
Also,
team
oh
we
yeah,
go
also
into
does
the
really
Elite
great
Four
against
with
Bertha
needs
as
to
well.
be the best possible
Yeah, I definitely agree. Losing Gyarados is gonna be like, really kind of tough for the Elite Four.
team we can build. The Elite Four here goes pretty hard, so
Yeah, Bertha's kind of tough. Lucian's kind of tough. Aaron and Flint are
I
kind of
couldn't
free
go
though.
in willy-nilly just
Yeah, Cynthia. Yeah, she's really strong.
hoping for the best.
Probably the strongest
After literally
champion.
a few hours of calculations and research, I settled on a team I thought would give us the highest
Let's see this. So that's Quagsire. Oh, she has Magnezone and Togekiss. That's Togekiss. So she has Magnezone, Togekiss, and Garchomp now over Gyarados, Jolteon, and Crobat.
possibility of winning. I added Flakes to the team in place of Poppy, and with a heavy heart, left Milk and Kronk behind as I brought C the now Magnezone and Colgate the Togekiss I hatched from the eggs Cynthia gave me. Even though I was sad to not bring Milk and Kronk into the final battles with us, they won't be forgotten. And it doesn't negate the fact they were such huge assets to the team, and I wouldn't have made it this far without them. I'll see you guys on the other side. I took a step towards the doors of no return and immediately got interrupted by Barry, who wanted to have one last
I
fight.
completely forgot about that.
Anyway,
Yo, what the fuck? I think this refers to something actually heard about this video. But I'll talk about it later.
welcome. This is the Elite Four. The battle starts and C takes out Aaron's
Should be no
Mega
problem.
and Vespiquen. Oops takes out his Drapion, and Colgate takes out his Scissor and Heracross. Next up is Bertha.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely.
Bertha loves ground types, but Turt and Oops had a smooth time smashing through her team. I felt a horrible shiver when her Rhyperior came out, but things went well. On to Flint. Flint has a pretty scary team, but luckily Oops and Flakes had no trouble plowing through them as
Should be
well. And with
no
that,
problem.
we're
Yeah.
on to the last member, Lucian. Now, Shrimp hasn't had much time to shine in these fights so far, so I decided I wanted to let her go all out. She
Yeah,
set
Scissor
up
was really
sword
good in this
stances
fight.
and bullet punched everything. Proud of you, Shrimp.
I'm assuming X Wizard or something on the Bronzong.
And suddenly,
I highly
I'm
doubt
at the
Will
entrance
Punch.
to the champion.
Uh,
The
yeah.
trainer,
Sword Stance, Will Punch does Oko, Alakazam, and Espeon though.
who's been known to crush dreams in a single battle, and many still fear to this day. I took a deep breath. Things are going surprisingly well, and I don't know how to feel about it. But I looked up, and there she was. At this moment, I have only one last objective: defeat Cynthia. She leads with Spiritomb, which has no weaknesses, so I sent out Turt to hit it as hard as possible. Flakes takes out her
Respect
Togekiss,
it.
and then her Garchomp comes out. This is known to be one of
Yeah, like if something's gonna be weak to uh ground or dragon, then her Garchomp's
the
definitely gonna come out.
toughest boss Pokemon in the entire franchise. And rightfully so. That thing was made by
So having her own Garchomp out meant that,
Satan
of course,
himself,
that Garchomp
and
will
I'm
come
sure
out.
even he fears what he has created. I immediately switched to Oops, who's the only Pokemon that can lead us to victory here. I planned to put it to sleep with Yawn, and then Ice Beam it until it died. That was our only
You could just. Okay, so it's gonna.
hope.
I'm not sure if the yawn is that consistent. I think just going for Ice Beam straight away would be a better idea.
But then, Oops was crit. And
Uh,
that was it. Nothing on my team
yeah, I'm probably gonna hit my crit
can
earthquake.
take
That
a
kind
hit
of
from this
sucks.
monster. And even if they could, they couldn't do much damage back. I sat there in disbelief, knowing there wasn't anything I could have done.
I mean, that's not really a great strategy to just rely on to
And
take
the
on the
battle is
Garchomp.
basically unwinnable now. I brought out
Not a great idea right here, by the way. Uh, the Garchomp has flamethrower, so
Shrimp to bullet punch it so we could get in a little bit of damage, but she was killed. Colgate tried to
yeah.
chip away at it. He did some damage
That's
too,
Stone
but was
Edge.
crit one shot. At
Yeah,
this point,
Dragon Rush, Rush, EQ, Flamethrower, Stone
I had
Edge.
accepted defeat. Only Turt, C, and Flakes were left. It's hopeless at this point. Flakes came out, and against all odds,
Oh,
Flakes outsped Cynthia's Garchomp.
oh, it outsped it. I thought Dragon Rush was gonna miss, but that also
He
works.
killed it. I didn't think he could do it. He was 2 levels weaker, and I don't know. I just didn't think he could
EVs
outspeed it.
coming
Suddenly,
clutch.
there was a chance. We could win this after all.
So the rest is Milotic, Roserade, and Lucario.
Think he could
Who
outspeed
does she
it.
have left on
Suddenly,
our team again?
there
Okay, yeah, this could definitely take care of Milotic. This could definitely. Yeah, Magnezone also walls out Roserade, and Torterra can definitely beat
was
Lucario.
a
Yeah,
chance.
looks like
We
she's
could
gonna win.
win this after all. Cynthia brings out her Milotic, which C took out with a few Thunderbolts. Flakes took out the Lucario with Dig. Look, my Earthquake TM is on Scoop, and we
Yeah, you only get one Earthquake TM in this game, and for some weird reason, Garchomp doesn't level up learn Earthquake for I don't know why. Yeah,
all know what happened there. Finally, the last Pokemon comes out. Roserade. Flakes went in for the Dragon Claw, and the battle is over. We won. As Cynthia is
nice job.
congratulating me, a sudden feeling of overwhelming guilt washes over my entire body, so intense it almost knocks me down. I don't think I deserve this. Something here isn't right. This wasn't meant for me. Back in the distortion world when Giratina
Okay, so I think this is referring to how like she did. I heard so this is what I heard. She did her Nuzlocke during her birthday, and Quagsire, Garchomp, and Togekiss actually died before Flint. So she had Torterra, Scizor, and Magnezone up to fight Flint, which is obviously not gonna really turn out pretty. So um, she ended up just restarting the Elite Four because it was her birthday and she didn't want to like continue like that. So that's perfectly fine. You can just play your Nuzlocke however you want, really. So if that's what you want to do, go ahead. I think that's why she's doing this in her video. To it's kind of like her way of telling what happened without actually, I guess, sh- without actually telling us directly.
split me in two. How do I know I'm me? What happened in the other timeline where I saw glimpses of what
Yeah,
happened
there we go.
parallel to this world, that was me too. Those things happened. Was that the ending I'm destined to have? The world I'm living in now is how I want things to be, but the other Jaiden is equally me as I am her. Even if you might think I deserve this dimension, things don't work like that. Are there some things you can't escape, even when you try everything you can do to alter it? I don't know the answer. I may be able to sit on this throne now and thank all the Pokemon that put in everything to help me get here. All the hard work, blood, sacrifices we made, but I don't think I can ever accept this victory. I don't know what ending was meant for me, and I don't think I ever will.
It's pretty depressing, honestly. uh, this is a great video. She played pretty good. Overall, I can't see there's anything to really like nitpick about this besides certain strategies and how she just didn't play around crits. Honestly, I'm not really great at giving feedback, but yeah, it's just like it's just kind of hard to give as much feedback as I can when like she only like most of the battles are just like anime and we don't actually know what exactly happened. However, we did see clips where she didn't play around crits and that's pretty obvious. So like I think a lot of people actually don't play around crits and that's like a big weakness for them. But that doesn't mean you gotta play around crits every time. Sometimes you have to risk it depending on the scenario. So like uh, in the end, nuzlocking is something really hard when you add more restrictions or like just nuzlocking in general when you don't have much game knowledge. So not much you can do about it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I think this video was really great. Definitely gonna watch out the nuzlocke another time. I've heard Alfred also did one, so might check that out too. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's try and sign out. Peace.